Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Jacuzzi show. We are your hosts. My name is Zhaniya.
I'm Marcella, and also we're the Jacuzzi Girls.
Yeah,
Don't
we're
forget
it's the
Zhaniya.
Jacuzzi Girls show. I was about to say, I felt like I forgot a word. But yeah, we are the Jacuzzi
Girls
Girls,
is
and
a
this is
big
our
part.
show. Huh?
It is our show.
Yeah.
I feel like there is a Jacuzzi show out there, and they're gonna like come and find us and be like, stop infringing.
we will
on our name.
actually we will find them because
we will find them?
Yeah, because when we created the name, there was no Jacuzzi podcast, so technically they copied us. So Asela,
I'm
get
sure
that.
there is a
Get
there's
that.
like a Jacuzzi review podcast out there where they review jacuzzis, and we're like infringing on them.
I'm pretty sure either way, we're ready for whatever comes our way. Today,
All right.
Asela and I want to talk about the top things that are a staple in our lives for multiple years now. Currently, we are 28. Well, I'm 27, I mean, sorry. But we're in our late 20s, point is, and we have had enough time where we develop certain staples that we buy every single month, every few months, that have just remained.
Since like high school or college, I would say.
Which is pretty insane to think that you've been using one product and been that loyal to it for all these years. I guess what's good about it is that it decreases your thinking capacity. You know, you don't have to think about buying something new, but at the same time, it's pretty like interesting how that works. Where it's like you find one good product and you stick to it.
Dude, when we were thinking of this episode, I'm actually really embarrassed. I think one of my things is actually from college.
My things are from high school, okay? Not even college. Like,
Okay,
so
well, we'll talk about it. But I was literally like, should we even be talking about this? Like, this is really not cool and like not something I'd recommend doing. This was an accident. I just never like clocked that it was so old.
yeah, and also that it's still in production.
All right. Well, let's
Okay.
get started. I will let you take the lead on this.
Okay. How about we do one staple for me, one staple for you?
Yeah. But I want you to start because
Okay.
I feel like you were really. Zhaniya was like bragging about how good hers were, and when I was going in the car, she was like, "Mine are so good. They're amazing."
Yeah, is this what gaslighting looks like to your best friend?
Yeah, literally. Go for it. Давай. We want to hear these amazing recs.
Okay, I don't know if they're amazing, but they are what they are. Number one.
That's what you said.
I don't know if actually, Estelle, do you? Number one is waterproof mascara for me. So
Okay.
I discovered that if you have Asian eyelashes, or in general, if your eyelashes are straight and they go down, when you curl them and you use regular mascara, the curl doesn't hold. Versus when you use waterproof mascara, it holds up. And usually, since I was in high school, I would buy. I've tried designer like mascara brands, but what works the best are the drugstore Maybelline one. You just buy the waterproof one, curl your lashes, and they're gonna stick up like this, which is crucial for my makeup look. And I have not changed that since I was 16. So it's been 11 years.
Do you use the Maybelline falsies?
No, not that mascara. I use it. I think if I see it, I can tell you which one it is. But it also
Is it the pink one?
Yeah.
Lash Sensational?
Yeah, it also has changed through the years though, because Maybelline discontinues some, but if it's waterproof, usually it works well. So don't spend your money. Don't spend your money on the designer mascaras. Just raw dog it with those drugstore ones. They're just as good.
You're talking about I think it's the Maybelline Lash Sensational, the pink tube.
Yeah, currently yes.
Yeah.
But in the past, there have been other ones. And at one point I had one really favorite. I think it was blue in color, and they discontinued it. And so I would just have to keep coming back to the drugstore section of Maybelline and find whatever waterproof is available.
Interesting.
Do you use waterproof?
So I've only started using waterproof a few years ago, and only on my bottom lashes.
Okay, what's the theory behind the
reasoning?
Yeah.
So this is gonna sound like such like an asshole, like humble brag, but I have very long lower lashes.
Pick me energy.
Pick me energy. No, my upper lashes are very average, but my lower lashes are very long. So if I wear normal mascara, it kind of leaves like raccoon eyes under my eyes after a few hours.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why waterproof is also better because it doesn't smudge.
Yeah. So I do regular mascara if I'm just not doing like if it's not a long night out, but if it's like a proper night out, then on my bottom lashes I always make sure to do waterproof so that I never have like any imprints or raccoon eyes in photos or after a long night out and whatever, because yeah, I used to have that and I always had to like go under and like take a Q-tip like after a few hours and wipe it away. But then I was like, why am I doing this to myself? Just get waterproof mascara for the bottom lashes.
Why don't you do waterproof though for upper and bottom?
Oh, I just hate the effort of having to take it off because it's just like, even like when you go really, really, meticulously like cleaning your face, the next day you still have remnants of it, and it bothers me so much. I don't know why. It almost feels like all that effort was for nothing. Like this is a joke. I don't know. So
my second staple is actually the best waterproof makeup remover for waterproof mascara. But let's start with
Is it also drugstore?
No, it's better than a bit better than drugstore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, mine is also a mascara from the drugstore, but it's different, and it's the specific brand and kind that I've been using since I was in high school. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara. It's basically when I was in high school, Kim Kardashian, I think.
I was about to say Kim Kardashian influenced.
Yeah. So she said in an interview that that's what she uses, and then Mario, I think when she was getting to Kanye, he used that on her wedding day. So I was like, yes, I'm doing something right. And so I've been using this mascara for years and years. The only thing is you can't find it in the UK. So whenever someone goes to the US, I always ask them to bring it back for me. And I'm obsessed with that mascara. It's not a lengthening mascara, but it's a hardcore kind of volumizing mascara. And I love that it's so black, it's so creamy, it's so volumizing. So that's my favorite mascara. I've been using it for years. And they have not discontinued it, luckily for me. So I hope this stays that way.
I have actually, my little sister Zhaniya also uses it here and there. I think she always experiments with what she likes, or she uses like a few different mascaras, but she has told me about the L'Oreal one simply because Kim Kardashian influenced the decision. Maybe that's why they didn't discontinue it. It's because it still has demand.
Well, I heard about it from my cousin, my older cousin, who, I always growing up thought was like the coolest person ever.
Yeah.
And I still do. I think she's the coolest. But basically when I was like 9 and she was like 16, 15, and she knows this now, I used to go through her makeup bag while she was like out of the house and just look at everything she had. And she always had this particular mascara. So I was like, when I grow up, I'm also going to use this mascara. When I grew up, I did use that mascara.
You were that little sibling that would rummage through the older siblings, like, belongings.
Oh my God, I was a menace. I tried on all her clothes. I played with all her shit. And she was so cool about it too. She like would always catch me and she would be like cool about it, like never gave me grief. But yeah, so she used that mascara always, and I was like, I'm gonna use that mascara as well. So when I grew up, I started using the mascara, and then it turns out Kim K also uses it. So I was like, guess I may know some things in this life.
Well, your older cousin is definitely more patient than I was with my little siblings. when Zhaniya would use my makeup or my belongings, I would lose my shit. But nevertheless, now that we're older,
don't you feel like she had better shit than you did?
Not when we were like, let's say I was like 9 and she was 4, and she would destroy all my belongings. That was not cool.
Fair.
Obviously now it's like, it goes by like Aijan, my older sister, usually goes and like hobos off Zhaniya's things because she does not spare any expenses on her purchases. And that includes toiletries, makeup, whatever you call it. And also she buys it. And then sometimes she buys it in different shades too of the same thing. And I'm like, why didn't you try it in the store? And she's like, well, I was just lazy to try it. So I figured I'd buy all of them. And like that's the level that we should aspire to earn money to. Like where it's like, I was like, but it's so wasteful. So we help her with her waste management of luxury cosmetics.
Well, I will just say, I don't know why, but we were in vacation somewhere, and I remember coming to your hotel room, and Zhaniya, your younger sister, was there, and I was like, oh my God, Zhaniya, can I like look at your makeup and whatever? And she was like, yeah, for sure. So I remember like I looked at her makeup because it was like on the like bathroom vanity, and like her clothes was there, and I was like, oh my goodness. This is like incredible. Like it was
like
just so.
It's like a bank vault, you know?
It's like yeah, it's like luxury. Like it was just like a very, very. I don't even know how to say it. Like it was like a dream. I was like, wow, you are definitely living it up for a 20-year-old, and I love it. And also, I want this. Like, what is this? Tell me right now.
Literally,
so
for her,
we should.
For her, if
we should get her on the episode.
Yeah, for her, if it's not like Tom Ford or upwards, she doesn't want it, you know? Like, look at us, you and I talking about our drugstore, like makeup. She would be like, calm down, you know? Like, she would say something like, I didn't even know stores had makeup in there. Like,
she'd be like, drugstore is not where you get medicine?
Meanwhile, you and I are like having the time of our lives in Dwayne Reed.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, there's a deal. 2 for 1.
Yeah.
I love it. No, but I love your sister, and we should get her on a podcast to give us her Gen Z beauty tips because she is so good.
Yeah, so true. Okay, how about, I'm going to go on to my second staple. My second staple, talking about waterproof mascara, is the La Roche-Posay waterproof makeup remover. You can basically mainly buy it in Europe, but you can also order it online to London, the States. And whenever I'm in Europe, I always stock up, or I ask my siblings to bring it when we visit each other. It's in the package is, the liquid inside is half blue, half transparent. And then when you mix it together, it becomes like blue water, because for makeup waterproof mascara, you need a makeup remover that has like a bit of an oily consistency. And out of all the makeup removers I've tried for waterproof mascara, that is the best one. Like, you know how you talked about the residue that you get left after waterproof mascara, and it does make sense because it is hard to get off. But with this makeup remover, it is super easy and convenient, and that's why the mascara and the makeup remover always have to go hand in hand. Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. Well, that's a good tip, girls, if you want to use waterproof mascara. Well, I guess if you live in Europe as well. I guess if you live in America or elsewhere, sorry.
No, you can order it in America. You can order it, I think, on Amazon even. But in Kazakhstan, it just doesn't sell here.
So what do you use in Kazakhstan?
I just told you, I buy it in the state, like I buy it in Europe or London or the States. And you
just bring back like a lot.
Yeah, I just bring back like 6 bottles of it at a time.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one is the L'Oreal Elnet hairspray. You know that gold bottle for the hairspray that everybody uses?
It's a hairspray?
Yeah.
I never use hairspray, but yeah, I've never used hairspray, so I really cannot like give my feedback.
I mean, if you ever go to the salon, that's usually what they have, unless they're like really fancy salons. I don't know, but even they it's been around for years, but I think it's just the best hairspray in the world. Like, there's just nothing like it. My friend and I were in the drugstore the other day, and we were doing like our hair, and she was looking at all these like other hairsprays that were really fancy, were like clean, organic, whatever. She was like, no, man, sometimes you need the L'Oreal hardcore stuff. Like, it just holds. It's so good. It's like, it smells so chemically and so old school, like hairspray, but it just does the job so well. I mean, it's been years. I've been using this forever. I think everyone has, like, it's that iconic gold bottle. Elnet from L'Oreal is just the best hairspray in the world. Like, I don't care what anyone says, what anyone ever comes out with. There's just nothing like it.
But does it make your hair like stiff to the touch, or is it soft?
No.
Okay.
They also have different kinds. Like, they have like the really flexible hold. They have like the, the whole strong hold, whatever you want. But even the strong hold, it really doesn't. I mean, unless you're like spraying it in your roots, which like you shouldn't do anyways. But otherwise, yeah, it's great. Like, it just makes your blowout last for days. Like, it smells like when you're putting it on, you're like, damn, those are some hardcore chemicals. But
you're like, is this a carcinogen? Like,
literally, you're like, I'm about to pass out, but it's all right.
Yeah,
it's so good. I love it.
Okay. Well, I will definitely try it. Actually,
wait, I
never use hairspray ever. I only use dry shampoo period.
Wait, but when you're in the hair salon, don't they use it on you?
I usually ask them not to, or if they do, they use whatever they have in the salon. Like, I don't know if it's not L'Oreal. Usually, it's random brands and not random.
Wait,
But whichever
so
brands
you're
they
that
use.
person.
Yeah, I don't put hairspray, and then or like I make them do very very tiny amount, like basically nothing.
Wait, but that was my question. You're that person where they're like, do you want any product? I'm always like, who says no? I'm always like, yeah, give it to me. Give me all the product. This has to last.
I just some hairsprays you have to admit that when they put it in, it gets like kind of sticky and frizzy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also,
Oh, yeah.
if I'm gonna be, let's say if I get a hairdo in the morning and the event is in the evening, by the time the evening comes around, usually I like to have a nap in between or just hang out and put my hair up, down. And if I put hairspray, I cannot really put my hair up or like have it like be moved in any way because then it just becomes like ugly.
But you and your sisters have very interesting texture hair, I would say. It's very European. It's like you have a lot of hair, but it's like fine. And whereas mine is like thick and frizzy. So it doesn't hold. Like I will get a blowout at, let's say, I don't know, noon. By 6 p.m., it's gone. So I need like really stiff hairspray that will hold it.
Interesting.
I cannot
see
hold, like,
because thing is, Aijan and Zhaniya have thicker hair than I do. So for them, it also doesn't hold that well. For me, I would say I have hair like my mom. It's more fine, and my hair actually holds curls better. So yeah,
no, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Even your sister, I remember,
yours is even thicker.
No, mine's like very thick and very frizzy. Which honestly, like I like that my hair is quite thick, but it is very hard to, I guess, maintain hairstyles with this hair. This is the type of hair that most Kazakh people have, though. Like what you and your sisters have is very unusual because I remember I ran my hands through like your sister's hair and I was like, what the hell? This is so smooth. And she was like, yeah, like my hair is like very fine. And I was like, do you put any product? She was like, no. And I was like, what? She's just a conditioner. When I get out of the shower, Zhaniya, I have to put on hair oil. I then have to put a treatment. Then I do
then you have
like
hair mask. Then you like
no,
oil
literally.
scalp.
No, I can't go to bed with wet hair because then I'll wake up with very frizzy, crazy, staticky hair. It just can't happen.
Interesting. Yeah, I think can't relate to that, but sometimes I do wish that I had more volume in my hair, not gonna lie.
All right, well,
okay.
Do you want to talk about your next thing?
Yeah, my next thing is NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil. I made sure to write it down, matte lip pencil in the shade Damned, DAMNED. I have it on right now. I think I've been using it since college for sure. And it's just one of those lip shades that I have been applying. Like if you ever see me with a lip shade, if it's not red at an event, it will be this shade. I don't know how I think I found it somehow randomly. And from then onwards, it's just a staple now in my makeup bag. I usually use that and then I put Aquaphor on top and that's how I go out.
Aquaphor is another one. I didn't know if I want to include it because I feel like it's one of those things like we've been using for years. It's just the best. But then I'm like, everybody uses it probably.
Yeah, I use Aquaphor as well, as do my siblings. But I don't think most of my friends don't know what Aquaphor is, I think. Although I don't know.
Really?
Like, maybe they do. Yeah. I mean, before Aquaphor, we used Vaseline. So
I never did. I will be proud to say I never used Vaseline because I was like, what the hell is this?
is it Vaseline or Vaseline? What do you think?
I thought it was Vaseline, no?
I don't know. I mean, I used to call it Vaseline, but then I think I heard some Americans say Vaseline.
Man. Even the name, it's like Vaseline, gasoline. It's not for me.
Yeah, well, I read that they use something that's used from oil. Like, what is it?
Petroleum jelly.
Yeah, petroleum jelly. And apparently it like makes the skin around your, like wherever you apply it, darker. I don't know if that's true, but now we just all use Aquaphor. Although, isn't Aquaphor also like a form of petroleum jelly?
Yeah, but at least it doesn't sound like gasoline.
That's the only marketing, yeah?
Literally.
Well,
Vaseline really dropped the ball with that one.
That's how easily we are swayed by names of brands. So just for a note, if you are a brand owner and your name is weird, we might have prejudice against that.
Yeah, we might judge you on this podcast, which is going to basically bring the downfall of your empire.
We will be solely responsible for that.
Oh, yeah. This podcast has so much power.
And influence.
Yeah, literally. Okay, wait, Zhaniya, why do we just to say, we did not collude on these at all, but mine is also a lip matte product.
That's because we're telepathically connected.
It's because we're the same generation, and like this is what was popular when we were going to college and stuff. Okay, so this is the one that I told you was kind of embarrassing. I don't even know if I should say this. Because, Zhaniya, I have been using this product for so many years, and then I was like, wait, when did I actually buy this particular one?
When did you buy it?
I have a really bad suspicion it's very, very old. But it's still going, and that I do not recommend this. Like, obviously, go by the expiration date on your products, but I will say the one I've had for years, and it's still very, very good. It may or may not be from my college years. I shall not neither confirm nor
the one
deny.
you still have to this day?
I shall not.
Or did you buy a new one? There's no way you have something that like a lipstick that you use all the time that's only one that from college days.
Like Zhaniya, when I realized this morning, I nearly fell off my chair.
Wait, but how?
There's still also a lot of product.
Well, I mean, good for the brand, I guess. They really don't skim on the product, considering that you've been using it for years.
Like, after this, I'm tossing this because I was like, this cannot be good. Like, I should definitely go by their expiration date. But at the same time, there's so much preservative that goes in this product, I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, so it's the Revlon. It's the Revlon Matte Ultra HD Lip Color. It's basically like, I guess maybe, I don't know if it's similar to the NARS one, but it's this satin lipstick that you put on. They say it's ultra matte, but it's not. It goes on very velvety, very satiny, and it just gives you this, it makes your lips look like you've had them done.
Is it in a lipstick form or a lip gloss form?
It's a lip gloss form, but I feel like maybe you've even seen me with it. It's basically it has the applicator of a lip gloss, but it is basically, they call it the Matte Ultra HD Lip Color, but it's not really matte. It's velvety or satiny. But yeah, man, it gives you this like effect. If you don't like too matte or too glossy and you just want like a lipstick but not too heavy, it gives you that, and it makes your lips literally look like you've had them done. Like, I have looked through old photos as well where I've been wearing it, and it literally looks like I've had filler in my lips, and I haven't. So, yeah, it's great. Honestly, great
shade
lipstick.
Is it? Is it like a nude lipstick, or is it has color?
They have all kinds of lipsticks. I have the pink one. I don't even know what shade I have. Actually, I do. I just don't know what the name is. I think it's called Embrace. I have Embrace, actually. It's like a pink nudie shade, but man, I actually want to go to America now and go to Duane Reade and see if they still make these, because these were so good. And I'm telling you, I still have mine and I still use it. Don't judge me, please.
I'm just surprised that it lasted that long. For me, if I have like a favorite lipstick, it usually is done by, I don't know, like maximum half a year.
Zhaniya, it's like some magic, because I'm like, how the hell do I still have so much product left? Like, it doesn't look like there's a dent. It's insane.
That's actually crazy.
Crazy.
Also, it's crazy considering it's a state, like, how big is the packaging? Like,
normal, whatever, like 20, 30 mil?
Maybe because you don't have to use much per application if it's like a...
That's true. You literally dot it a little bit, and you go like, oh, like, like it's just a little bit, like whatever.
Like a lip stain.
A lip stain, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to my next one. This is also, honestly, like after listing out our staples, we're such we're just really grounded individuals, because my next staple is Colgate toothpaste, the Total one. And I'll explain. Because I've tried different toothpaste in the past, but for some reason, I like the way this makes my teeth feel after I finish brushing. And even if, let's say, I'm like somewhere abroad and I buy a different toothpaste, I love going back to my Colgate Total toothpaste. And if you want to judge me for that, you shouldn't, because I'm just out here living my best life.
I am judging you.
Do you have a staple toothpaste?
No, because I'm not 60 years old.
Yo, because you're not 60 years old. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to make this podcast riveting for the people. So I'm not saying my favorite toothpaste. Guys, my favorite household cleaner is Domestos.
Wait, so so do you change your toothpaste every month, every time you buy it? I'm sure you have
Well,
ones
right
that you
now,
prefer.
I really don't care. Right now, I have like a refillable one
Yeah.
from like this random brand. I don't even like it that much, but it's just convenient for me.
Fair. Do you do coconut oiling, like of the mouth?
No.
What is it called?
You know,
Coconut
I tried
pulling?
Oil pulling.
Oil pulling, yeah.
No, but you know, I do have a tongue scraper and I mouth
Same.
tape.
You mouth tape? Dude, like
Yeah,
I
mouth tape at
wanted
night.
to try to mouth tape as well. Apparently it's better for your jaw to relax.
Well, you know how we were also thinking of doing like new things we're obsessed with? I was going to talk about mouth taping because I've been doing it every night and I love it.
Do you like put it diagonally, or how do you put it on your mouth?
So there's different ones. The ones I have now, they're like an X. So you just kind of, I don't know, just stick it.
Oh, okay. So they
Yeah.
already come ready to be, because I saw influencers on TikTok, but they have like regular face tape, so they carve, like they cut off the strip.
Oh,
yeah.
no, I got them like on Amazon. And yeah, you basically take an X and you just kind of stick it and yeah, just go to sleep.
I really want to try. Maybe I'll buy
It
some.
really makes a
once.
difference. It really makes a difference. It's one of those things that you think maybe gimmicky, but it's not. You sleep so deeply, Zhaniya, and then this is going to be TMI, but when you wake up, you don't really have morning breath.
Because you breathe through your nose, right? And it's also healthier to breathe through your nose at night.
Yeah. So like even when you
yeah.
like, again, TMI, but when you like do your oral care routine in the morning, you can tell a difference.
I really want to try it. Maybe, do you think, I'm going to Korea this week, actually tomorrow. Do you think
Oh yeah.
I could buy it there? Probably,
yeah, for
right?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, they have everything.
Okay. Do you want to talk about your next staple?
Yes, mine is actually also something that Zhaniya, like I'm actually like shook that we have like similar ones, except I'm not going to talk about toothpaste. I'm going to talk about the Crest 3D white strips, the whitening strips. They are so good, you guys. Like, again, you can only get them in the States, and whenever anyone goes to the States, I'm always like, please bring me back the Crest 3D whitening strips. Oh, I'm obsessed. Like, I always, once a week, I always do it. If I have an event, I do it. It's just, it works. It's so easy. You do it for like an hour, and it just makes such a big difference in photos and stuff. And like they've been around for years and years, and I do think they've perfected them over the years. Like there's different variations, different formulas, but don't listen to any other brands. Like in the drugstore, whatever, Crest is the best for whitening strips.
I have actually, what other whitening strips exist? Because I feel like I know that everybody loves the Crest ones. I mean, I think even my little
That's
sister.
why everyone gets them.
Yeah.
There's like,
Are they painful?
sometimes you no, like I think the next day if you have particularly sensitive teeth, like your teeth might be sensitive for like a day, but I don't really have sensitive teeth, so it's fine. I do professional teeth cleaning, whitening and teeth cleaning at the dentist as well, but if I need like a really quick effect for an event, then I'll do a whitening strip from Crest.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Should I?
Also,
yeah.
you know,
Also,
what I was gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah.
When I went to the dentist to get my teeth whitened professionally, I was so scared because like I thought it was really bad for you. And then the dentist was like, that's a common myth. Like now we've come so long that like if you do it professionally at the dentist, like it's not bad for you. Like I mean if you have a good dentist, like it's fine.
I think also nowadays there's so many things that are bad for you that if you think
Also
about
true.
all the things that are bad for you, you would just stop existing because you'd be anxiety ridden. Even when it comes to food that you consume in restaurants, wherever, you cannot be like, just at some points you just have to accept the fact that we're all gonna die at some point, and some pleasures in life are just worth it.
Yeah, like I color my hair, I'm sure that's
Yeah.
not great, but whatever.
Only coloring your hair is not great, yeah, from what we do. Remember our
Well,
party?
no, I was just
Our
thinking,
party?
like, it was just the analogy that the dentist made. She was like, well, you color your hair, like, right? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, so, like, if you want to wet your teeth, why don't you just whiten your
Did
teeth?
she
And I
ask?
was like,
Did she ask? Well, you black out every weekend, so does it matter?
well, I don't.
No, I'm just
but-
joking. But I mean, I obviously not blackout. I'm joking, but I think I drink once a week, so I'm sure that's not healthy either. Sometimes on vacations can get more than that, so we have that.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's point is that
actually-
choose your battles, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think alcohol is like the big thing for me. For me, it's caffeine and Diet Coke. Anyone who knows me knows, like, I have several a day, every day.
But didn't you say you limited your caffeine intake to 1 cup?
No, I said I limited it to 3 before 2 p.m.
That's insane. I have 1 cup, and if I have two, I'm like, I cannot work because it gets so jittery, you know? Like, one is perfect, like an iced Americano, I usually get that, and that's enough. But if I'm feeling risque, I have a second one, but then I get super jittery and like almost hard to work at that point. So
Oh,
I don't
no,
know how
I'm
you have
addicted.
3.
Oh no, I have 3, and then I'll also have Diet Coke throughout the day. Yeah, it's not great. Whatever, it is what it is. You know what? I choose my battles.
Truth. I also think about sometimes some of the makeup products that we do apply, let's say every day
Yeah.
for work, whatever. Since I don't really verify most of them, a lot of times I buy makeup products that I got influenced to buy by stuff that I was reading online or saw online. And I don't really. Recently, I downloaded this app actually. I think it's called Yuka.
Oh, is it Yuka?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate Yuka.
Bro, like, and I started checking everything that I have, and I was like, I have depression. Like, I'm gonna die soon because every
Yuka,
product that
first
I
of all-
had was like bad for you.
I hate Yuka. Literally, do not listen to Yuka. No,
What
because
is
like
a
they'll
better
be
app
like
then?
this.
Huh?
I think a better app is just to listen to your doctors and like healthcare professionals, because they also hate Yuka, because sometimes like Yuka will be like, this chemical is linked to cancer, and it's like, yeah, at like a million times the dosage that like most of these products have.
Yeah, fair.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, I mean, like if you're gonna go and like inject your whole body with this chemical for like 10 years straight, okay. But usually most things are fine at the dosage that they are in most products.
That's fair. I also think that with a lot of these things, it's like everybody has been living so far, so like for so long, and
Yeah.
sometimes there are obviously cases, and I feel like those are the ones that are heavily
Yeah.
mediatized, and we find out, we're like, oh, that happened to this person. But in reality, chance of that happening, I mean, I think you have a higher chance of, God forbid, like being in a car accident than
Yeah.
having an actual reaction to any of these
Yeah.
produce.
I do think, obviously, like, don't eat McDonald's like every day, every meal, right? Like that would be horrible for you. But if you
Unless
have
you're
it like
doing
once a month,
supersize me.
yeah, and I mean that didn't turn out that great for him.
Yeah.
But if you're like have it like once every 2 months, I think you're fine.
I agree. Also, but do you think this is what? Oh my God. Okay, so you said that you have caffeine and Diet Coke. Sorry that we went on this
Yeah.
tangent. For me, I have like ramen once a week. Like,
Really?
dude, it's so like my favorite food in the world is like a spicy noodle soup. Like, even talking about it now, I'm like salivating. But I don't know. I just love a spicy soup. I mean, it doesn't have to be a noodle soup, I guess, but I just love a spicy soup. Like, I love a spicy broth. And usually, like, I do this thing where I pre-cook all my broth, bone broth, I freeze it in the freezer, and then depending on like once a week when I have my noodle soup, I dump the contents and make like a spicy paste for it, so the soup is extra spicy. And then I have like, sometimes I don't have ramen noodles. I like experiment with the type of noodles I use. Sometimes I put egg noodles. Sometimes I put like different kinds, buckwheat noodles. But point is that I don't know if it's healthy having like such a spicy noodle soup like once or twice a week. But since Asians are living like this, then maybe it's fine. But at the same time, I think like even.
But doesn't Korea have like a very high rate of stomach cancer?
That's what I'm saying. So it's like one of those things that I should probably like limit it to maybe like once a month. As of right now, I think I have it like once a week.
I think once a week is okay. I think if you had it like 3 times a day, every day, that would be like a bit bad, right?
Yeah. But also the way I like to have it is extra spicy. And sometimes I just like think about how it might just like wreak havoc on my digestive system.
Well, you're going to Korea now. You should honestly do some research.
I will, but I have a feeling I'm just going to have a feast there of all the spicy foods that I can eat. I'm also going
You're going to have a different type of research.
Yeah, I'm also going for a checkup, and I specifically asked for them to check my digestive system because after seeing like all these TikToks online about like colon cancer, like all of these digestive issues, I'm like, you know what? I'd rather be safe than sorry. And if there is something that my body really cannot handle, I'm going to start cutting it out now because I still have adult acne here and there. And it makes me wonder, like, I really want to get a thorough checkup on what my body accepts and what it doesn't, and what's the state of my digestive system.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, with that said, do you want to go on to your last one, I guess?
Yeah. My last one is a Bioderma body cream. I usually get the balm one. I've been using it for forever. It makes my skin extra soft. And yeah, I just love it. Sometimes I switch it out with the La Roche-Posay one if they don't have the Bioderma one, but I prefer Bioderma, and I've been using it maybe for the past 9 years. 8 years? 9? Yeah. Because I like a body cream that is very hydrating. I don't like
You don't
ones
like scented cream?
I hate I don't like a scented cream because I feel like, if anything, scented cream dries my skin out. Like I apply it, A, it disappears, B, it smells so much like perfume that it's hard to fall asleep. If I do want a scented vibe, I put the Bioderma Balm body cream, and then I put like a little dash of a scented cream, let's say if I really like a scent. But usually, if the only thing they have available is scented cream, sometimes I would prefer not even using it and just like not having body cream at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Your sister and I had a conversation about this like recently. I wish it was socially appropriate to still like Victoria's Secret because I remember their body lotions were so like tacky and trashy scents, but so fun to put on in my mind. I was always like, oh my God, I smell like a cherry blossom or like a cupcake. And I don't know, I always thought it was really fun. Nowadays, I use body oils more because they give me that nice scent, but obviously they're more hydrating and just a bit more moisturizing, I think, for me personally. But I miss that era.
How you would know this actually, since you have like you work in the beauty industry. Does oil hydrate skin well? Let's say when it concerns the face and body, or do you have to do steps before to make sure that it locks in, or steps after? Yeah.
So face oil, body oil is obviously different. With body oil, the best thing, and I hate doing this and I try to, but it feels so, still I can't get familiar with it, but I try, is you have to do it while your skin is still wet. Like right out of the shower, when you put body oil on your body, it absorbs the best while it's still damp. Mm-hmm. And then face oil is different. It has to be the last step in your routine. And it should be different types of, I would say, oils, because there's some oils that are very hydrating but very comedogenic. Mm-hmm. And you don't want that on your face. So, whereas you could use that on your body if you don't have any body acne, because you'll get the benefits and you don't really have to worry about it. So the types of oils that you use on your body and your face should differ, I would say. Some people like to use the same one, but I'm always like, if you're acne prone, like, don't do that.
What about when you put it on your face, do you have to have cream before? Or is it fine to just put it on the, like, clean skin?
You could put it on clean skin, but again, better if it's damp skin. Otherwise, you should do cream first because cream otherwise after will never be able to penetrate. Whereas an oil will just basically lock everything in. It will basically like create this like, I guess like this moisture seal that basically, yeah, like your face is just gonna be like sealed with moisture.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you for
could also
clarifying.
do it,
Yeah. Because I never
you
used.
could do that. I was just gonna say, you know how people do slugging? It's like basically that's why people do slugging because it creates that barrier.
Yeah, I use Cicaplast La Roche-Posay one.
Yeah. The B5.
Yeah. That's what I use when my skin feels dry. Sometimes I just apply that instead of like my regular creams.
Yeah. So should I go to mine?
And what is your
last one?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, mine is like clothing wise. I don't know, because I guess we didn't discuss the category, so I thought we could go like all over. So mine is actually the brand Theory. Because
Why are you so random? Oh.
Because I feel like I have to avenge myself.
Okay.
People for years have been making fun of me for liking Theory because everyone's like, oh my god, it's so corporate, it's so overpriced, it's so boring. Guys, yes, it is. It absolutely is. But you get stuff there that it is, maybe it is boring. Yeah, maybe it is kind of corporate, but you will wear it forever. Like forever and ever and ever. I have sweaters, like slacks, all the basics from Theory for years. And they still look good. I still wear them. And, I know like everybody loves Uniqlo, right? I love Uniqlo. I think it's great. But I will say, cashmere from Uniqlo, it's still like you pay for what you get. It doesn't look that great after 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real. You constantly have to defuzz it. Whereas cashmere that I got, like cashmere sweaters I got from Theory, I've had them for like 10 years. They still look good. Are they more expensive? Like, yeah, they're like maybe like 3-4 times more expensive, but they've also lasted me longer and they still look good. So
interesting.
Don't look down on Theory.
I do not own one thing from Theory. I don't think I've ever stepped into that store, but if that's one of your staples, you know what? I will give it a try. Also, it's always good to have nice basic work stuff. So
literally,
yeah, like
I get so much shit for Theory, and I will like stand by them. I'm like, it's like my friends are always like, ha ha ha, like, what are you getting, like office stuff? And I'm like, you know what, guys, like, don't go for Theory. Just like I will protect them, I will avenge them, I will stand by them.
You know what I find funny? Is that most of our staples are like very affordable staple products. I want to invite people on our podcast, like potentially 2 people who will give their top 5 products, but that have just like a different realm of spending, like my little sister and like her friend or something, where they could be like, my staples are Chanel foundation. I don't know, something crazy. Not crazy. Dude. Obviously it's affordable, but it just really shows people who we are, like as human beings, that all of our products that are staple are still affordable, like good deals,
We love good value.
Yeah.
Like value for our money. It's like a millennial thing, by the way. Like when you like really want the best thing for your money and you will do research, you'll ask a bunch of people, you'll be like, you're not very trend driven. Whereas like I think Gen Z is very trend driven and they're like, oh my God, I saw this like cool thing, so I'm gonna get it.
Yeah. I think
millennials are like, tell me, is this good? And they'll ask like 100 people and then they'll be like, okay, I will buy it.
That's so true. The way I do research and like read all the reviews, like, and I go on different sites before I buy something or like invest into a skincare routine or line, it's just unparalleled. But I think I'm a mix of both since 1996 is on the cusp.
If you think so. I would definitely say you're more millennial, but if you think so, sure.
No, I think I'm just maybe more rational, like a millennial, where I do like my favorite thing is buying stuff for cheap that's super high quality.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that I'm not a trend follower. I feel like I do. I do get influenced quite a lot, especially from TikTok. Do you?
I guess maybe. Yeah, but I think I'm a very particular person where I like something, I like it a lot, And if a trend comes, I'll just think of ways that I can incorporate it into what I already have. So for example, like, you know how headbands are back?
Yeah.
I've always been into headbands.
Okay,
So
Blair
I
Waldorf.
literally just, literally, dude, I opened up my like drawer and I had like so many headbands and I was like, yes. But I've always worn them. I always thought they were cute. Now it's just cool and stylish. So I'm just like, okay, well, I guess I'll just wear more of them now. But I usually wear them anyways.
I literally don't think I own one hairband. Like, not one. Back when they were popular, I think I had like maybe two, and it was like a blue stripy one, and like I think like a red stripy one was like ugly. But maybe, you know what? Maybe I should start wearing them. Like, to work, that could be quite fun. Except, you know, my issue. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. My only issue is that with a hairband is that I feel my face already looks like a child's face. And if I put a headband on it, I'm just gonna become like a little like pumpkin, like walking around the office. Like,
well, it depends on what you want. But I'm telling you, when you have thick hair, like if you have like a particularly frizzy day, put a headband on. So like you're good, you're polished, you're good to go. But do you look younger? Yeah, you do. Like, I was actually in a store the other day with my mom, and this woman sits down next to us, and she's like, oh my God, like, you must be my daughter's age. Are you 21? And I'm like, 28. And she was like, oh. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
anyways,
I mean, I was excited.
That's on looking young.
Similar. On looking young and being cool. Well, yeah, basically, wear a headband if you have thick hair or you want to look younger.
Period.
Should we preface this episode as like, if you're a man, or like, I don't know, if you're like a manly man, maybe this is not the most interesting episode for you?
I like
or
how
do you think our
I like
audience
how you
is all
this.
females?
I like how you preface this at the very end. What is that like? What is that? What is the part of the book where it's the ending? Prologue? No.
Conclusion?
No. When the book ends and they usually add like a last section. Anyways, point is that I think that we
epilogue.
Yeah, that's. I think that we mainly have a female audience, so we should be fine. Also, I mean, if you're a male who's listening to us and you listened up to this point, like, thanks. Thank you for being.
Go to Theory. They have great male basics too.
Yeah, you never know. Go buy my body cream that I enjoy. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's so funny.
So let's wrap the episode.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's episode. For the next month, we also have 3 episodes planned. And May would be the end of our season. Anyways, expect more episodes, guys. I don't know why I had to go on that tangent.
Yeah, Zhaniya got real existential. She was like, and then we're like leaving for the summer. And then maybe we'll come back.
Yeah,
this fall.
Yeah,
we feel like it.
Depending on our moods. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Estelle, thank you.
Thank you, Zhaniya. It's always a pleasure to chat with you about your toothpaste.
And love you so much. And your Crest whitening strips.
Bye.
Bye.